For the next 3 days, we'll be staying in this backwoods cabin right next to pristine Cold Lake. With only our rods and our boat, we'll be setting out to hunt down a fish species that I have never caught before. Lake trout coming up. Feels like a nice fish. Whoa, what was that in the background there? There's a big fish that surfaced out there too. Wow, this was very quickly into our morning trolling. This one feels nice. Oh, there are loons out there. There's a gypsy. Yeah, that is a nice laker. Just looks like a shark down there in that clear water. That's a nice way to start the day. Whew. Starting the day off right with a 22-inch lake trout. Beautiful morning sunrise. And that's a fat, healthy laker. We'll let this guy go torpedo style. And there it goes, right back down. I find that torpedo style release is definitely better for them. So get that adrenaline pumping, get them right back down to the bottom. I guess we have a long time. Oh, that's a fish. Yep. There we go. Another one. Just tying some knots and we're tight to another laker. The fishing in Cold Lake, especially for lake trout, is absolutely amazing. He's there. Little guy. There he is. Beautiful. I'll just get a quick measurement. I think bigger than the last one. Yep, just barely reaches 23 inches. We're increasing in size, not by a whole lot, but that's a beautiful fish. Alrighty, so right now we are trolling. I'll show you guys right now, actually. Right there, trolling in about 75 to 80 feet of water. The fish are suspended up from around 50 to 60. We're using #1 black divers. I chose black because they'll be less obvious in the water. And then I'll show you the flasher and the rig behind that shortly later. But right now I've got right here my Rapala line counter, and this will count exactly how many feet of line I'm putting out. I'm wanting about 120 feet of line. So you can see right there, it's at 120, 121. Doesn't make a whole lot of a difference, I don't think, an extra foot, but I'm gonna tighten up the drag, take this thing off. Oh, I have one right now. I have one right now as I'm setting it up. So as you can see, we are on the lake trail right now. Oh, let's get this one. Yeah, doesn't feel like a bad sized laker either. Yeah, this is how instant the fishing has been here. It's a beautiful day out here on Cold Lake. Almost no wind, and the lake trout are biting. Right here, if you guys are unfamiliar with this kind of setup, this is a mooching rod and reel. Right here, this is my Shimano Technium with my tie reel. And it is the ultimate way to fight these fish when trolling. It's a 10'6" rod, main line. I've got 30-pound mono, which is not typically used for dipsy divers, but it's working just well for me. And it really helps fill this large of a reel. It has a much larger diameter than the 20-pound braid or something like that. So this fish doesn't feel bad. It's giving off some nice head shakes. And Jonah's got a double. Like I had already mentioned, there's that chance of it. We're gonna stop the motor and we're both gonna land some awesome fish, buddy. Yeah. Alrighty. See, the dipsy's activated. Mine's almost in. There's mine right there. Beautiful top of the mouth hook. Epic. We got him. Where that hook's at. Treble hook right in the top of the mouth. Comes out just like that. Taking good care of these trout. Nothing huge. We're still waiting for a big one, but we will definitely take that. And they're all so well fed. Look at their stomachs. Beautiful. This release might seem a little bit unconventional, but I'm gonna torpedo them down like that. That makes sure they're charged up and they get right back down to the bottom. It's much better than just releasing them just by hand nicely. There he goes. All right, I'm gonna get all rigged back up and I'll take a look at what I have on the business end of things. Here are some anchovies, and we're using these guys, and they're out 4 to 6 inches long. It's really hard right now. I'm not gonna be able to stick a hook in this. So a tip I'll give you, bend her over off the side of the boat and put it in the water. That'll help thaw it a lot, and you can see I can bend that fairly easily now. Is a 12-foot leader from the Dipsy to my Dodger. This is a Lure Jensen size 2 Dodger. I'm using 30-pound mono, and leading from this, it's about 140 centimeters from the Dodger to what I'm using to hook these fish, and that is an anchovy rig. I'll show you guys how to rig that up. Stick the head of the anchovy in the head slot right there. Once it's pressed down, use a pin, stick it there. That'll keep the minnow in place, and then you've got a treble hook connected. You're gonna wanna put it right behind the dorsal fin, just like that, and then pull the main line tight, just like that, until there's a slight curve. That'll make it do some turns in the water and appetize the lake trout. There's a lot that goes into lake trout trolling, and it can be a little bit difficult, but once you get dialed in, it is so much fun. You need some rod holders for this. Right here, these are the Scotty rod holders. They're amazing. Got my rod in it. See, the Dipsy is just below the rod tip, about probably 10 inches below the rod tip. So I've got all this line out. This is my flasher. I've got this line to my anchovy. Throw the anchovy in, make sure it's not tangled up. Let it go straight, and then slowly work your way down the line so you can see everything is straight behind the boat. Put the line in there. And then now, what you gotta do, you can't open the bail. That'll get everything tangled. As you guys can see, it's all straight, all uniform. You're gonna loosen the drag up until it's slowly letting the Dipsy out. And once that Dipsy hits the water, it's gonna pull the drag a lot. And there we have it. The Dipsy's bringing that setup down to where the lake trout are. This right here is really helpful because it shows you the depth, which means you can replicate the pattern that you're chasing. You know, let that go down, like I said, around that 120-foot range, honestly even a bit shallower. 113 to 120 is what I like right now. We're trolling about 2 to 3 miles per hour. This isn't a vessel that's made for trolling, so that's as good as we got. Right here, it's almost getting to 120. There we go. Tighten the drag back up. The Dipsy pulls a lot of drag, so that's how you know it's activated. Take the line counter off, and now it's set up to catch another fish. Oh, that's one on mine. Double up. Mine's decent. He's doing battle down there. Decent little laker. Another nice trout. Jonah's got his doing battle down there. Beautiful, beautiful fish, you guys. This is amazing. Gonna give him a release. There he goes, right back down. Nice fish, buddy.
Awesome laker right there.
There's Jonah's lake trout.
This is an amazing. You can feel it. If you can feel it, it's unactivated.
Yeah, I got it. Put it in neutral, John. I got it. There you go. All right, double up die. I love this medium action rod. It's so good for trolling for these fish because it absorbs every head shake. Nice fish. Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's dogging me right now. Look at that.
He's tiny.
Beautiful fish. Mine is really running right now.
That is not tiny.
I don't know if mine's gonna be tiny. This fish is fighting. The moment it's gotten to the boat, it's just started dogging me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's
Might
decent.
break the 27 record.
Maybe. Yeah, the biggest one so far has been 27 inches, which isn't a crazy big lake trout, I know, you guys, but
Our largest.
our largest. Second day here at Cold Lake. This should beat it, buddy.
This could break the 27.
This should break the 27. I am enjoying this fight a lot.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. Oh yeah.
Just straight down from us. Not as big as I had thought, but it's a nice sized trout. He was a very hard fighter though. There we go. Get him in that net. Perfect. I don't know if that'll beat you, buddy, but it's a good one. Bring him up. Let's run around you. Well, I'll show you guys the fish. I'm assuming this is gonna be my biggest. That's a gorgeous lake trout. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. It's not every day I get to target these fish because this is one of my first ones ever. This is the second time at this lake. A gorgeous fish. Look at that. Never caught trout quite as beautiful as this. Just 25.
Yeah, 25 right there.
24 3/4. Heavy laker. Let this guy go. We're back out on the boat. Got my rod in. Jonah's setting his up right now. We're marking fish in about 75 feet of water. So I've got about 175 feet out on the Dipsy. Gonna be working with the same rigs, and yeah, fishing a little bit deeper. We're fishing kind of a main lake hump. That right there was the last spot. It was a main lake point. This right here is kind of a main lake hump. Dips up into 90 feet and it's got some deep water nearby. I'm gonna sit down and wait for the rod to go down. Let's catch some lakers. Nice fish. There you go. Another one.
A small aggressive one or a...
Well, the aggressive ones in the past have been the smallest ones, so.
Yeah, we know that it's fishing really after that.
Feels like a decent one. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a bad one. Yeah, that's a nice trout. That's a nice one.
Nice.
Sweet, dude, thank you. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yep. Nice.
Just like
Smacked
that.
it.
Yeah, I'll measure him first. I think 23.
23.
23. There's a nice chunky butterball. Just a fat, healthy trout. Beautiful. There he goes back. There we go. Another one. Been letting the family get some fish, but I finally got this one to myself. Another nice one. The rain's just starting up again. It's been off and on rain this whole time. See, there we go, right on cue.
Very off and on rain.
Let's hit this guy in. I've got my complete rain jacket and rain pants on. This guy's fighting very hard, doing battle down there. Look at that. It's just flat out here. We're the only ones out here on the lake. This one has just been straight underneath us this whole time, putting up a really good battle. These are some strong fish in here. There's the dipsy. Just gonna get this guy in, hand lining him in. This is the final stretch. That's a nice laker. Nice laker.
That's a real
Epic, right in the rain. There we go. It's raining, it's pouring. I'm catching lake trout. You can see I've got all my rain gear on. Look at that fish. So sick. All right, probably the final one of the night for me. I'm gonna get him right back in the water, torpedo style. Swims off nice and healthy. Epic. All I'm saying is I'm glad we have a roof to this boat. That is a lot of rain. It is pouring here, absolutely pouring. I am completely bundled up, and yeah, we're heading back. I mean, this is brutal to fish in. This roof is coming in very handy.